Hey everybody, it's me, your local Arthur YouTuber who occasionally talks about games sometimes. I've been covering Arthur games on this channel ever since 2016 when I found Arthur's Absolutely Fun Day for the Game Boy for a Goodwill Games video. Having been a big fan of Arthur my whole life, the idea that there could be more Arthur games out there was super exciting to me, and so I dedicated my entire life from that point on to finding them all. And then playing them for you on theinternet.com. I can't even think of a job more essential to the fabric of our society than Arthur Games YouTuber. Frankly, it's with deep sadness and regret that I must inform you that today's episode of Arthur Games will be the finale episode, because after this, there will be no more Arthur Games left. No point in crying yet, because we still have all the games left for this episode. We'll cry after, don't worry. Since this is the final episode, I figured I'd treat you guys not with the normal 3 games, but with 7. 7 Arthur games. That's 7 more than your normal YouTuber would cover. And we'll start with another Living Books game. Those are always fun. This time, Arthur's Reading Race. I originally found this game at a thrift store years ago, but I could never get it to work no matter how hard I tried. I eventually bought a newer version, but big surprise, that one wouldn't work either. Hours and hours of my life wasted trying to get a freaking Arthur game made for 3-year-olds to work. I just about went insane, so I stopped trying. Like I learned from my favorite episode of the show, Arthur gives up. So I'm just gonna watch a video of it on YouTube instead. Shout out to All Long Plays HD for the footage.
Hi, I'm Arthur. Wait for me! And I'm DW. Welcome to Living Books.
Before the game starts, DW does a little dance. But apparently, we're not gonna watch it.
Okay.
Which I have to say, I'm very disappointed about All Long Plays HD. Still love you though, thanks for the video footage. Just like the other Living Books games we've played in the past, Reading Race, of course based on the Arthur book by the same name, plays as a story that's read out loud to you. But it's not just a book, you can also stop on every page to do what else? Click on things and see what happens.
Take the power of words and a melody, put them together and sing with me. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
If you don't read, I'll make you pay.
I love that song.
Arthur loves to read. He reads all the New York Times best-selling titles like Birds and Ghost. Arthur even
reads to his little sister, DW.
So what did you think of that story, DW? Too short.
Yeah, they should have added more things to click on. I mean, if it doesn't take 30 minutes to get through 4 pages, can you really even call it a book? The random songs and bits that happen when you click on things in these games are always half the fun. Sometimes it's something simple.
Games.
And other times you get an entire song or some funny conversation with the characters.
Arthur, maybe you're under arrest. Oh no.
Okay, that may or may not have actually happened. The actual story for this Living Books is fairly simple. In fact, I can sum it up for you pretty quickly. Arthur can read. DW can't read. Arthur makes an ice cream bet with DW that she can't read 10 words. DW then can read, and Arthur buys her ice cream. And then Arthur pisses himself.
Ew.
Well, that was fun, but now it's time for... What are we doing?
Arthur's first grade Bionic Bunny's Good Deeds Contest.
Oh yeah, we're going to first grade, that's what we're doing. The Bionic Bunny Contest is just about the coolest thing that's ever happened in Elwood City. Or at least that's what Arthur told me anyway.
Bionic Bunny's contest is about the coolest thing that ever happened in Elwood City.
Oh, it certainly is.
Oh, it certainly is. The class that does the most good deeds will get to meet Bionic Bunny, as Mr. Rappern explains, while the brain awkwardly stares at us.
I'm thinking that I need help.
I think I need help too. So apparently we've got to do some good deeds. That sounds really hard. But luckily, a good deed is left up to very loose interpretation. Apparently doing a good deed is as simple as squatting on top of mom's fancy rug and spelling the word nut.
Dog. N. Nut.
Wow, you're a great speller.
Nut.
We played the earlier games in this series, Arthur's Kindergarten and Arthur's, what was it, baby time? Preschool. That's what it is. Basically, everybody
Come and help me.
needs
How about helping me?
help. First, there's Arthur, who needs help babysitting, which he does by doing some dumb game that we already played in a previous version, except this time it takes place on a giant carpet that's 10 times bigger than Arthur. These games have some proportion issues.
Here I go. Go to the shape that is green. Which one?
There's not much worth mentioning on this game other than how Arthur turns his head every time he talks to you.
For my good deed, I'm helping Grandma Thora finish a quilt. I'm gonna help her by finding the right letters to spell the words that go on the quilt.
Okay, 1, if Grandma forgot how to spell these first grade level words, then I'm thinking she's probably forgotten a lot of other things. I'm afraid I'm a bit too busy playing Arthur video games right now to offer full-time live-in assistance. And 2, this is the worst quilt I've ever seen in my life.
But I'm gonna need your help on the spelling.
So you're helping Grandma spell, but you're gonna need my help with the spelling? So what you're saying is that I have to do everything. Why am I not surprised? Next, there's Binky, who's helping kids cross this random stream that Elwood City apparently can't afford to build a bridge over. This one is just, so fun that I refuse to talk about it. You know, just in case you were planning on playing this for yourself later. I don't want to spoil it for you. Then we help Francine with her good deed, which involves helping this guy who runs the sugar bowl measure candy for customer orders. The only problem is that this guy doesn't really seem too sure on just how much each customer ordered.
I need a piece that's 4 lollipops long.
Hey, what the heck is this? I ordered 300 lollipops. 4? You ate them, didn't you? No. Then we've got to help Buster, who's helping this guy that's so old he can't go anywhere, so instead he wants us to describe places that he could go.
Which one of these things would you find at the farm? Look for the word that describes the carrot.
Okay, this is just depressing.
Excellent, Buster. Mr. Grumpbones very grateful.
Wait, Grump Bones? Freaking Grump Bones? There's no way that's his actual name. They're just calling him that, and he's too old and apathetic to bother correcting them. Next is Muffy, whose good deed is answering math problems in the park? I don't know how that's a good deed, but, alright. You know what, fine. This is another exact copy of a previous game, and frankly, I'm stoked because I just had so much fun last time. I couldn't wait to do it again. Okay, this is for the victory. 9 plus 2.
Hi, Arthur.
11.
We won! We won! Hey, you've been a great help.
You know what? I really have been. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad that somebody else finally did. All right, I was putting it off since he was creeping me out so much in the beginning, but I guess it's finally time to help the brain.
Better late than never, I guess.
Have I ever mentioned how much I hate children? The brain, being all smart and everything, has decided to help Buster's mom as his good deed by programming a computer to type out whatever she says. But unfortunately, there's one little problem. That problem being that his reprogrammed computer
Sucks.
So we have to do it. That really seems to be the theme so far. So just like every other problem, we have to fix it, and as a reward,
Someone has sent you a very special invitation.
I hope you're fluffy, fat, ta. Can make it to the party at the Sugar Bowl.
Arthur, that was a little bit inappropriate, I think, but, yeah, sure. I'll be there.
Your teacher tells me you've all done an incredible amount of good deeds today. As a special reward, we're going to play arcade games.
You know what, everybody? I think we've all learned one of life's greatest lessons. You should always do good deeds for others, as long as you personally benefit from it. So after all our hard work, we finally got to meet Bionic Bunny at the Sugar Bowl, and we get 3 new arcades to play as a reward. There's the Octopus is a Butthole the game. Ouch. The absolute slowest racing game I've ever played. And a competitive puzzle game with squares that I thought I was winning until I realized I didn't listen to the instructions properly, and you know what, actually, just screw this game, actually. This game's stupid. Nobody cares about it.
Oh boy! You're back to play some more games!
No, I'm not. Up next, we have Arthur's 2nd grade, the final game in this series. There is no Arthur's 3rd grade, which leads me to believe he must not have ever made it to 3rd grade. I haven't seen the final episode of Arthur where they all grow up yet as of filming this, but I have to say, if this is canon, that doesn't bode too well for him.
Nice to meet ya, Austin.
He knows my name. Well, he doesn't know my real name. My real name is PeanutButterGamer. This game is essentially a copy and paste of Arthur's 1st grade, just with different mini-games. The previous games in this series at least took place in different spots, but in this one, we're just straight up in the exact same classroom again. So I'm gonna try and zip through this one as quickly as I can.
This screen is where my dad enters in the words that their big printers will print.
So let me get this straight. For a living, your dad types out, "You only have 1 sock"? Okay. That's a minimum wage job, I assume. Also, this computer is freaking huge. I thought it was just the perspective, but no, it's even bigger than Mr. Ratburn when he walks out in front of it. You'd think a PC this big would be some kind of supercomputer used by the government or the military or something, but nah. It just spells nut. Buster's mom works at some kind of store rhyming words like poop with poop. Brain's dad works at an auto repair shop where they fix cars by sticking 15 6-foot-long metal pipes into them. Francine's mom works at a museum where she has the kids walk up to the 1,000-year-old priceless artifacts and touch them. DW's mom throws hundreds of jelly beans onto a table, I think. Arthur's dad caters meals where he serves an orange juice, and 2 green beans to people. And Muffy's dad makes his customers drive their cars all the way across the continental United States and even through quote-unquote
tornadoes.
And once you're done doing that, you get to go to a
Party.
at the Sugar Bowl, which is the exact same thing we got last game. And we get to play
Video games.
Wait, I thought we already were playing video games. And since this game is a carbon copy of the last one, of course, they suck again. Whee! Ah!
You've killed me!
Should we play some more games?
Yes! But not this one. All right, for the next game, let's play... Alright, I guess we gotta do this. I mean, I did say we were gonna play every Arthur game on this channel, so... Arthur's Pet Chase!
To sign in, type in your name or find it on the list. This is great!
Arthur, this is a big responsibility,
said Mom.
This cutscene is so bad it makes the opening bit from Arthur's Sandcastle contest look like a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Children's Animated Programming nominee.
I'll leave my door open, Arthur, so I can hear your cries for help. Don't worry, DW. The last thing I'll need is your...
911 now! This game is based on the book as well as the cartoon episode Arthur's Pet Business, where Arthur watches people's pets in order to prove to his parents that he's responsible enough to get a dog. But you wouldn't know that by looking at it. It's a freaking platforming game, and it's not a good one. I mean, I guess to be honest, it's not really that surprising. It's freaking Arthur's Pet Chase. Would you really expect it to be that good? How did this book get turned into a freaking platforming game? It doesn't make any sense. Arthur wakes up to an ant farm falling, and in an epic dive, he grabs it and saves the day. Except for the fact that literally every other animal is escaping.
Oh no! I can't believe this. I've got to find all the missing pets before their owners come back to pick them up.
Instead of sitting here and overly explaining the obvious, maybe you could, I don't know, go grab them? I mean, they're right there. They're literally right there. So now we finally get to play the actual game, which consists of Arthur moving around from level to level and looking for the lost pets. I didn't even know this game existed until recently, which is kind of weird because I'm pretty much an Arthur game expert by now. And I was really excited to play it because it looks a lot different than the other Arthur games I played. But unfortunately, I found out that it's also way worse than every other Arthur game I've played. While moving around the level, there's a few items you can get. There's
Bionic Bunny power bars
that you constantly pick up. If you get 10 of them, you get some kind of
special power-up surprise,
which does, something? Presumably. Despite how excited Arthur sounds about it, I never actually noticed it happening, so I couldn't tell you what it does. And he says this every single time that you pick up one.
If I pick up the Bionic Bunny power bars, I'll get a special power-up surprise.
I know, Arthur!
Another Bionic Bunny power bar. That's great.
Shut up! There's
milk,
which also does literally nothing as far as I can tell. And there's the moon boots.
Moon boots will help me run faster.
Oh, God! Huh. Well, that was fun, I guess. I love that Arthur makes no noise whatsoever when he lands from a really long fall, but if he jumps even just a little bit, he goes every single time. There's an Elwood City level, a DW's room level, the Tibble Twins house, which for some reason is a haunted mansion, a Sugar Bowl level, and the library. And they all just repeat over and 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 over again.
There's another pet rescue. Yes. Click OK when you're ready.
I've been playing this game for almost 2 hours now, and I've done 17 levels and gotten 17 pets. How much freaking longer is this?
So that's, 29, 30 pets.
30 pets.
There was 30 pets.
There was 30 pets, which of course means there's 30 levels, which of course means we're only barely halfway done.
This is great.
No, it isn't.
And so the PeanutButterGamer ran around and jumped into levels that look like fever dreams that you think might be kind of fun, but really they're not. He talked to other characters in the show that are in each side of each level, like a Binky Barnes, and they have very many interesting things to say.
Hey, Arthur!
He used some power-ups that helped him to see the footprints of the tracks of the animals, which really is kind of stupid and absolutely pointless because you can see them every single time, so you don't even need to find them to look at them because you can see them right there. There he is. See, you found him. You didn't need the power-up with the stupid laser eye thing that you used. And then our very good boy, hero Arthur, wakes up because it was a dream!
What? Huh? Phew, you're all here. It was just a bad dream.
Would you like to play again?
Absolutely not.
Are you ready for a little bit of teasing and pleasing? Well, good thing it's time for Arthur's brain teasers.
Let's play it. I didn't write a better intro for this game. I'm sorry. Wait a second. This is the exact same game from the Good Will Games 4 episode that I did. It has a different name, but it's the exact same thing. Except this time, instead of sounding like this,
Help me find Arthur's tons of ancient.
it just has no sound at all. Honestly, I think I might prefer it that way. This is actually something that happens with these old Arthur games a lot. They re-release the same game, but put a different packaging on it. I guess so that they can trick people into buying the same game twice. I don't know. Which makes it really confusing if you're an obsessive Arthur fan trying to cover all the games on your stupid YouTube channel. You know. Just theoretically. Well, I guess that's one less game than I thought we had for this video, but that's okay, because the next game is from the same series, Arthur's Math Games. I swear everything Arthur does is so educational or wholesome sounding. I want to play Arthur F***s Up Your Shit. When does that come out? All right, here we are at
The school carnival? I love the school carnival!
Dude, I was just thinking the same thing.
I was just thinking the same thing about how much I love the school
Carnival?
At the carnival, there's 5 different games we can play. There's a game with Francine about counting bugs, a game with DW about counting change, a game with Prunella where you do math inside of a water that she magically parts like some kind of Moses. A game with Buster where you click on a random square on the screen until you get it right, and a stupid game with Muffy where Muffy forgot her phone and you need to guide her through a maze in order to find it, even though she could have just gone around.
This is fun.
No, it's not. It's just about as fun as listening to Muffy speak for more than 2 seconds.
Wow, I knew it was hard getting good help, but I didn't realize it was this bad.
The last couple games weren't that good, but luckily the last game I have for the last episode of Arthur's Games on this channel is good. In fact, it's another Living Books game. Arthur's Teacher Trouble. Like every other Living Books game, the main menu has a dance sequence, and since I'm actually in control this time, we're gonna watch it. Ooh. Yeah. Arthur, doing a little shoulder jig. Ooh. He's shaking his hands around. Arthur shaking his hands around. Doing an old guy dance. Walking with a cane, walking with a cane, walking with a cane. What's he gonna do next? Oh, thrust. Egyptian dance. He's an Egyptian man doing Egyptian dance. Gonna jump around and then he's gonna get down. By the time he's done, you'll lose that frown. He'll get the dancing crown. He's shaking his hips, You never know what he's gonna do. The story starts off with Arthur and friends getting a new teacher, Mr. Ratburn, and...
Yes, Mr. Ratburn.
They're clearly stoked about it. It sets up as if the story is going to be about Mr. Ratburn and how strict of a teacher he is, but it really ends up not being about that at all. It's actually about a spelling bee that Arthur is incredibly motivated to study for because he really likes the way the trophy looks.
Wow, what a big trophy.
That's pretty much the only motivation given. He's so busy studying, in fact, that he doesn't have time to do just about anything. He doesn't have time to hang out with his friends, and he doesn't even have time to eat a cookie. He does have a decent amount of time to dedicate to doing whatever this is, though. Since he studied so hard, Arthur, along with the brain, ends up earning the right to enter the finals of the spelling bee. Although I'm not sure how he ended up with one of the highest scores, considering Arthur is, how do I say this? Kind of dumb? Maybe the rest of the kids were too distracted making the narrator say inappropriate things by clicking on the words over their heads.
Buster patted the brain on the butt.
In the finals, the brain gets eliminated early.
The first word is fear.
Microphone, said the brain.
I'm sorry,
said the principal.
That's correct.
And Arthur, our boy, ends up taking home the trophy.
The word is preparation.
Phew. P.
Correct.
Way to go, Arthur!
And then DW dies. Oh, God! Campbell. And with that, we finally covered all the Arthur games. I really appreciate you joining me on this journey. If you want to see more, then make sure you subscribe and click the like button. It's really appreciated. You've been with me through thick and thin, through good Arthur games like Arthur's Camping Adventure, to stinky bum bum trash like Arthur's Pet Chase. I really appreciate it, and it's been an honor to work with you. But you're no longer needed. Just wanted to let you know I did a review of the Arthur finale episode on my other channel, Peebs. You can check that out on the right side of the screen. Either way, appreciate you guys. Like the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I think he's dead, honey.